Hello again, welcome back. So, in this episode today, we are going to be performing a landing on the Mun. Now, I wasn't particularly aiming to do any more training videos in the meantime, because I was looking forward to a particular part coming with the 1.12 upgrade. That gave us the ground anchors, and unfortunately we do not have ground anchors yet because they were removed temporarily because they are buggy. I'm hoping that it is only temporarily because my next project really depends on them. So, hopefully at some point that will happen. So for now, just to make sure that people know that I'm still here, I haven't just started a channel, put out a few videos and thought, bugger it, I can't be bothered anymore. I am still here, I am still bothered, I am still creating, I'm just waiting at the moment. I'm sure that when Kerbal Space Program 2 comes out, that there will be a hell of a lot more content coming from me. So for the moment, it's just going to be little videos trying to help people perform these little mundane tasks. Well, I say mundane, they are mundane to the most of us, but to a new person, then I can understand how this is going to be quite intimidating. Now, the first thing you're going to need to do is, first of all, get yourself to the Mun. If you don't know how to get yourself to the Mun, then quickly have a look at the video that I'll link above, and that will give you a good idea of how to get there, at least what I consider is the easiest way, because I don't particularly use a map or the maneuver nodes to get there usually. I have in this particular video just so you know where I'm going, but that particular video was just proof to say you can do it without the map and maneuver nodes. So at the moment I'm just performing a burn to get ourselves up to the Mun. Now, if you did see the previous video where I performed that particular mission without using the map or maneuver nodes, then all you need to know now is when you get to the Mun, all you need to do when you get there is burn retrograde, and that will put yourself into an orbit of the Mun. Now, it's obviously you've got to know where to perform. If I performed retrograde burn from there, I'm going to be ending up on an impact course with the Mun, so you need to be close to your periapsis, which I'm getting close to now. However, I don't want to perform the burn directly on the periapsis because I wanted to lower the periapsis just a little bit, about 20 kilometers there, look, and then just keep skipping around as I need to burn it down. But that will get me to where I need anyway. So now we're going to start looking for a landing site. Now, I'll be honest with you, on this video I went intentionally just for a random landing. I thought I'm not going to put too much effort into where I land, but I'm going to try and aim not for a crater. And the reason why I decided to aim not for a crater is because it's all very well and good, you know, some expert player telling you, and I'm not saying I'm an expert player, I'm saying, you know, there's a lot of people out there that like straight away that will just tell you land in a crater, it's flat at the bottom, it's easiest. That's not always the case, as you'll see when I land. So I decided to just land anywhere, and just to the right there, if I'd stop the video a little, you did actually see the crater that I'm getting close to landing to, and you can see it's a crater full of craters. So in that particular case that would not have been a good idea to land in. So I landed on this little hillside that I'm just coming up to now. And the reason why I want to do this was because it's very crucial that you choose your landing sites, because even though it looks flat from orbit, chances are when you get down there it is not going to be flat. And if you are using fairly stock Mark 1-ish parts, they're going to struggle landing on a hillside. And also even more especially if you're using a tall lander. The best thing to do with landers is to keep the centre of mass, everything close to the ground. It's better to go wide than it is tall, basically. Obviously, this sort of a theory doesn't apply to people like Elon Musk, because, let's face it, he has got the tall vertical lander system down to a T, down to a fine art. So, this is us on the Mun. we have landed. And as you can see, it's only a slight incline, but it does sort of give you an idea that you do need to be... I mean, there's a lot of flat space around here that I probably could have landed on, but do keep it in mind. It's got, you know, it's one of those things that's always going to throw people in the first off is where you land. But I do stand by the idea that landing in a crater is generally the safest place to land if you're not too confident with your landing skills. The idea is anywhere flat. If you do struggle to land on the moon, however, then I'd much rather say go land on Minmus. It's a lot easier to land on due to the fact that it has a lot less gravity than the Mun. It also has those large flats as well, which are very aptly named because they are flat. So all I'm doing now is I'm going to put myself into orbit of the moon, and then we're going to perform the burn to take us back to Kerbal. Now, I like to perform this burn from what I refer to personally in my own head as the armpit. I call this particular area I'm aiming at now the armpit, and I will burn from there. Now, the reason I call it the armpit is because if you look at the orbital lines that are projected by the Mun, they're sort of like the arms coming out from the side of the Mun, and that's almost like in the corner, the crevice, or the armpit of that particular area of the Mun. Or any celestial body, really, that you happen to be going around. So as you can see there, I've gone for a direct entry into Kerbal's atmosphere, because there is no need to use fuel to get to, you know, recircularize the orbit or anything like that. You just, from this height, it's not too bad to just re-enter. In fact, in all videos that I've covered about Minmus or the Mun, this is exactly how I re-enter every single time. Okay, so that is us now back on the way to Kerbal. We have landed on the Mun. Hopefully you've learned something from this video, and please click like and subscribe. I am always putting out new stuff. As I say, I do want to get very active in this. It's very enjoyable. For now, I am Shalectra. Keep the pointy side up, and I will catch you next time.